Welcome, listeners and now viewers, to our YouTube channel. What I thought we'd do is we'd do a little Let's Play video. And if you don't know what a Let's Play is, my kids watch these all the time. YouTubers, they sit down, they play through a video game, they record it and put it up on a YouTube channel, and apparently it's very popular. And as I was watching this with my kid, one of these with my kids, I kind of thought, oh, maybe I should try something like that. So, but what I thought I'd do is I'd make it specific to Doctor Who, and I think maybe what we'll do is we'll go back and we'll play some old games, and maybe I can get the other guys on board with this. I think the plan right now is to go back and find some old Doctor Who games that perhaps you're not familiar with, or you've never played before, or weren't even available in the United States at the time. Some of the people in Europe will be a little more familiar with some of these games. I think we'll do some of the older ones on some of the more archaic systems that are no longer available as we can get them. And then also we'll do some of the newer stuff, a little more modern, like Doctor Who Legacy, Lego Dimensions. I think the Eternity Clock was on PS3. And yeah, that's the idea, to go through and kind of play these and show you what these are. A little bit of background on this particular one. We're on the DS today, and this one is called Evacuation Earth, and it was actually a companion game to a Wii game called Return to Earth. And what it is it was a DS, this particular one, Evacuation Earth, was a DS game that was released only in Europe and on the DS. It did not release in the United States as far as I know. And the Wii version of it, which did even more poorly than this one wasn't very successful, was released in both in Europe and Australia, I believe it was. So, as I say, unfortunately, they didn't do very well, which is probably why they didn't end up in the United States. But we thought we'd give this one a try today. This is Doctor Who Evacuation Earth, and it's for the Nintendo DS. And let's go ahead and get started here. So we'll touch screen to play, and we want to play, and we want to play a new game. Alright, I don't know if you can hear this volume on this. I think it's got Doctor in Chapter 1.
The Larkhead Streaked sounds exotic. What part of the galaxy is that planet
Karen
found
Gillan
in?
doing a voice.
Oh, no. I didn't say Larkhead
Matt
District.
Smith.
I said Lake District. I
So we
said
actually
fancy
get the
going to the
Doctor
Lake
and
District.
Amy
Oh.
in this one.
Right.
And we hear the real
So
actors'
we're in a
voices,
time
which
and
is pretty
space
cool.
machine that can go anywhere
I wonder
in
if
the
that makes this
universe,
canon.
and you want to go to the Lake District.
Actually, there's lots of good reasons to go to the Lake District. And
Lots of good
I might
reasons.
have a bit of a surprise for you when we get there.
Ooh.
Can you pass me a screwdriver, by the way?
You need a screwdriver to fix your sonic screwdriver.
I'm not fixing it. I'm improving it.
Ooh. Improving.
Oh, no, you've hit the time defibrillating rebustler.
The what?
The time
Oh
defibrillating
no, the
rebustler.
time
Is that really
refibrillating
what it's
debuster.
called?
I
That's
don't
what
know,
he
time
said, I don't know.
defibrillating rebustler just sounds better than what I usually call it.
Whatever he called it.
Well, if you press this, the TARDIS will stop being bigger on the inside than the outside and crashes
Oh,
in
that's
40
not good.
seconds switch. See, that's even less catchy.
Why do you even have one of those?
Exactly.
Can you fix it?
I think so. I just need to reconfigure the binaries. Hand me my sonic screwdriver.
The one that's
Alright.
lying in pieces on the floor.
Hopefully we get to
in
do
that
some
case, I've got
gameplay
30
here.
seconds to put it together
Lot of
again, and then
exhibition.
5
30
seconds
seconds?
to save the TARDIS.
I hope we really don't have 30 seconds. I don't know that I can do this. I'm not even sure I'm doing. Sonic Screwdriver, credit value 30-30. Credits owned, I have 0, so I presume this will get me some credits. Put the Sonic Screwdriver back together inside the box. Don't overlap any of the pieces. If you get stuck, I to buy hints. So I can buy hints. Well, this one seems pretty straightforward here. I think I'm just putting these pieces together. Fortunately, I know what the Sonic Screwdriver looks like, at least the 11th Doctor's Sonic Screwdriver. So that one there, and that one there, and that one goes there. Get it lined up. Sounds like it clicked into place. Alright, let's go ahead and click OK. Let's see if we did it right. Hey, look at
That
that.
was a
We
tough
got it
one.
right. All right. Oh, and we got the full 30 credits. And touchscreen to continue. We'll do that.
We better hold on to this.
We've got a new item. Sonic Screwdriver. All right. Oh, now I got to do the voice here. All right. Right. Now, press the time defibrillating rebuster to reset the system. And save us both from certain death. Yeah, where's that again? That was my best female voice there. My best Amy voice. Time defibrillating what? Credit value 30. And I own 30 because I got 30 for that last one. So I suppose we'll click here and see what we're doing. The time defibrillator rebuster is to the right of the frictioner, which is below the resonator. And that's the red one. So the time defibrillating rebuster is to the right of the frictioner, which is below the resonator. That's the red one. Okay, so the red one is the resonator. And so it's right below... hang on. The time defibrillator rebuster is to the right of the frictionator, which is below the resonator. So I assume the resonator is the red one. To the right of the frictionator... Does that mean it's this one? Okay, let's click OK and see what happens. Oh, I think this is a good sign. This was what I got last time. I got one right.
No.
Correct! Alright. We're 2 for 2. Touchscreen to continue. Alright. I've never been to turn back... Oops, I've never been one to turn back from anything. I know it's a surprise to you. Still have all your limbs. Right. Now that I've got my sonic screwdriver back in one piece, we can use it to help us out. All right. And how's that work then? Have a look in my jacket. That's where I keep everything I find. We can use items by sliding them over other things. So we find items by the doctor finds items by sliding them over to other things. Like fixing machines and, well, all sorts. Let's have a look then. Alright, so this must be the inside of the doctor's jacket, I suppose. Now, what did it say I was supposed to do? I'm supposed to click on... am I supposed to... Oh, on the jacket. Right. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's where the sonic screwdriver is. I suppose this must be my inventory here. Alright, so... Okay, must have done it right. Okay, now that we know how that works, touching the TARDIS in the top left corner to open the pause menu. So, pause menu is in the upper left-hand corner. And he says, why do we need a pause menu, Doctor? Good question. It's a little meta, isn't it? Oh, for all sorts of interesting things. Like changing how loud the music is. Oh, that's handy, especially if it gets a little overbearing. I don't hear any music. Only me then. Why don't you see for yourself? Touch the TARDIS to have a look. Alright, we're going to touch the TARDIS. It's up here in the corner. And there we go. That pauses the game, as the doctor said. The doctor's never wrong. So, alright, let's continue. Alright, let's get going then, Doctor. We've got lots of places to go, people to see. I think I'm adding words in here that aren't there. Yes, and some shoes to wear. Touch the footsteps, then touch an arrow to get going. Off we go. Alright, so this is a lot of exhibition and tutorial, I suppose. Here's the footsteps down there in the right corner. Ah, and then it gives me an arrow, and I suppose I click on the door. There we go. Amy, let me introduce you to the Lake District on the eve of the solar system. Apocalyptic Lake District, meet Amy. Oh, apocalyptic, that doesn't sound good. Right, now, we're all friends. How about a walk? Alright, so... Okay, as long as we're back in time to avoid being burnt to a crisp by the solar storms. Yeah, that wouldn't be a good idea, would it? Alright, so if I remember right, I click on the shoes, and then I can click on that arrow, and it'll tell me which direction to go. Well, I can tell you already why this didn't do very well. There's a lot of text and a lot of reading and not a lot of action. I did read somewhere that the reviews for this were pretty meh, but one of the biggest complaints is that it was a puzzle game almost all the way through, and that it was so simple that a very young child could do it, which could also probably turn off adults or older people that wanted to buy this game, especially older fans of Doctor Who like myself. The doctor says, smell that pine fresh air, so peaceful. Let's go through these trees and get a better look at our surroundings. The burning sky should make for some stunning views. Alright, so we're walking around, so we click on those feet. Oh, okay, so I can go anywhere. So I wonder if there's a difference between a red arrow, indigo arrow, and is it indigo or aquamarine, or a green arrow? Let's click the green arrow because that's been successful for us so far. Here we go, more reading. Do you know what this scene has? A bouquet. A bouquet. Okay. Whoa. What was that? Doctor, I think we should go back to the TARDIS. Alright, so click on the feet. And that was apparently not the right way to go because now it's making me go back. So our options now are left or right. Let's go ahead and go right. We should check on the TARDIS. Oh, so we're going back to the TARDIS. So Amy was actually right. We should go back to the TARDIS. Oh no, that was wait, I clicked on the TARDIS. I took him literal. All right, so footsteps, and I suppose we'll head back to the TARDIS. So the TARDIS is gone. Here's where the story is going. The TARDIS is gone. Maybe the village down there had something to do with it. I thought everyone had left Earth by now. Whole countries and giant starships. It looks like these guys prefer a more local approach to evacuation. Alright, so we'll do a footstep thing here again, and the only direction we can go is right. And we'll do the footstep thing again. And click on the footsteps. And this one's green now, not red anymore, so let's go ahead and do that one. Ooh, what is this? This looks fancy. There's the entrance. I reckon we should just stroll right in. Alright, let's stroll right in. If you reckon, Amy, let's stroll right in. Alright, so feed it, and it's red again. I wonder if red just means places I haven't been yet. The gate is locked. We can't get through. Let's find someone to help us. So apparently red is probably going to be a dead end each time. Alright, let's see if we can find somebody. Alright, well we clicked on him. Hello, stranger. I'm George. That's my George. I'm George. I thought we were the last humans left on Earth. I don't know why I'm doing George with a southern drawl. But if you want to earn your place aboard our fair vessel, then you could lend me a hand sorting through this. Okay. George, we would love to sort through this. Pile of scrap metal. Pile of scrap. I gotta love the ellipses. Continuing on the next page. Pile of scrap metal I've just brought in. Hi, I'm Amy, and this is the doctor. We'd love to pitch in, and maybe afterwards, you could help us trace another bit of scrap we've misplaced. Oi! That's no way to talk about the TARDIS. Alright, sockets. So it looks like we got another puzzle game here. Oh dear, choose the correct machine part that matches the silhouette. I feel like I'm back in school. We used to take these on our state exams when I was a kid. I think. Let's see. Around the corner, a spike there. To the left, there's a box, another box, another box. The bottom right, I believe that is the one. Let's give it a shot. Hey, look at that. Okay. So now I can see where the complaint was for the simplicity of this game.
Nice.
I can see why a lot of people probably were turned off by this because unless it gets more challenging, I don't think that this is going to be a ton of fun, if you ask me. But we'll see. Just keep going. Keep pressing on. Thanks. And if you're after the blue box we found in the woods, why, George, we sure are. Oh, I forgot his draw. And then I think I saw it over there in the construction yard. If you spot any useful gadgets lying around in there, I'd love to take a look. Anything to help get this ship ready in time. Well, George, you bet we will. Anything we can find besides the TARDIS is yours. Thanks, George. You've been a great help. And we'll keep our eyes peeled for anything useful. So I think that must be a hint to me to keep my eyes peeled. Alright, so tap on the feet, and I think we can go on in and check out the jump yard, or the scrap yard. Alright, what do we got here? Whoa, I bumped my camera there. What do we have here? Can we click on things? What's that supposed to be? Okay, that's all I get. How about this one? No. It looks like a VW bug there. It looks like the leftover from the scrapyard. It looks like the leftovers from the scrapyard. That's what it seems to be. All right. Well, if anything's told me by now, the right button to click, or right arrow to click, it's going to be the green one, right? So here we are, construction yard entrance. And I bet if we do this, we get red arrows. Yep. So let's go ahead and click on this young man here. Jason. Halt! I'm afraid I can't let you go any further unless you're working on the ship. Well, Jason, we just may very well be. Sorry, I'm not happy about it either. Well, why aren't you happy? The death by solar radiations are playing in the square right now. The death by it's capitalized. I wonder if that's a band. And I'd rather be their last Earth gig. Oh, I'd rather be at their last Earth gig than standing here being mean. Oh, poor Jason, having to be mean to us. I presume death by solar radiations are a band. Well, let's hope so. Of course they are. Hey, Jason, how about if we tried to get you some music to listen to whilst you do your very important job? Would that cheer you up? How kind of you to offer. I was planning to go do that myself, but I never got the time. Is it just me, or does Jason look like Balky from Perfect Strangers? Cousin Larry. I hear there might be music lying around in the junkyard. Music lying around in the junkyard? Leave it to us. I guess we're going in search of music in the junkyard. All right, we'll click on the feed here and halt. I'm afraid I can't let you go any further unless you're working on... Yeah. We've been through this before. All right. So let's go, I suppose, back. And I think we're looking for some music. And unfortunately, my old eyes don't see very well, especially on a small screen of a DS. But let's click on that and see what it says. I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to be, but I'm going to guess that it's something artsy. I'm assuming that's not music. I don't see music anywhere. There's a VW bug. It looks like the leftovers from scrapyard. Yeah, we've already done that one. Click around. I'll just click around here. And what's it say? Ooh! A notice board. You can tell a lot about society from memos. Let's see. Oh, so maybe I should have clicked on that earlier. Vintage recorder, blue and white stripes. Hey, that sounds familiar. Wait a minute, that's mine. 200 quid? You can keep it, mate, but someone should sort out the rest of these. Little throwback to the second Doctor era. That's pretty cool. Points for that, I'll tell you that. Priorities. Okay, here we go. Prioritize the list of things to take on the ship in order of how important they are for humans to survive. I have a feeling that in true Doctor Who, true classic Doctor Who, at least the intention of classic Doctor Who fashion, I'm supposed to be learning something here, so this is probably aimed at younger fans. All right, the most important thing first is probably oxygen, so let's put that at number 1. And we'll just move, we'll move clothes down. Put oxygen up here. I'm gonna, I'm grabbing the wrong things here. This stylus does not, why? All right, there we go, clothes. Let's set clothes off to the side for now so we don't end up accidentally moving things that we're not supposed to. Okay, this is finicky, and this stylus might be just my stylus. All right, oxygen, water. I'm going to assume food is next, and if it were me, TV is sometimes more important than clothes, because, you know, sometimes you sit around without clothes on watching TV. But in the whole scope of things, I'm going to say that clothes is probably number 4. Or is clothes... here's a question. Is clothes higher than number 4? Because if you end up getting cold, then you won't be able to eat. So do you find food first, or do you find clothing first? That's a good question. I think food's probably more important. You want to make sure you eat so that you can make or find or do whatever with clothes. So I think we're going to go with that. So let's click OK and see what we get. Ha! Okay, we guessed right. Well, look at that. right.
That was a tough one.
Okay, I'll go with her there. Credit score 120. Look at us clicking along here now. So we'll touch the screen to continue. And the doctor says that was easy. Okay, well, we still haven't done anything to find music for this poor guy. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We got another arrow. All right, it's locked. Let's see if the locals have a key. I think I just talked to the locals. Well, what do we get? Okay, so we go back. So we can't go that way. And it looks like we've been every other... Oh, wait. Look, there's another green arrow over here to the left. Let's click on that. Odd that the water pump looks broken. Is it odd that the water pump looks broken? How about just the water pump looks broken? Maybe if I just slide my sonic screwdriver over to it, I can fix it. Ah, okay, so he was being specific, but I think that I want to take just move it over to it. That's the water pump, right? So click. The sonic screwdriver should sort this out in no time. All right, well, that's good. Good to know, Amy. All right. Guide the energy ball through the maze. Don't hit the sides. Use the sonic screwdriver on the control panels to slow the obstacles down. Let's see. So we're going to guide the energy ball through the maze. We don't want to hit any of the sides. And I'm going to use the sonic screwdriver to control the panels to slow objects down. So do I drag it? Well, that's not much of a maze there, was it? Well, it was easy. Yes, Amy, you are correct. Okay, let's click on the feet, see if there's a place. Oh, look at that. Here we got another green arrow. All right, what do we got in this room? Oh, I think we're close to finding some music here. Okay, so I can only go back. So let's talk to this person in the corner here. Oh, it's Eleanor. Eleanor looks like a gardener. Excuse me, my dears. Would either of you be an expert in outer space? Why, by George, I think we have an expert in outer space here. Well, I dabble. Oh, you're being modest, Doc. All right. The captain's allowing me to bring some of my garden on board. All right. Can you help me choose a suitable plant to take? I can't decide. How does this have anything to do with space? I can't decide which one to take. Which plant? All right, let's see. What do we got here? The plant must have a thick stem, 6 leaves, flowers with an even number of petals. So, all right, a thick stem. So I think that's going to be... I think that rules up the top right one. So of these 3, we're looking for one with 6 leaves. And the one in the top left-hand corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaves. The one in the bottom. Okay, so that rules that one out. And then an even number of petals. So it has to have 6. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, 6 leaves. I'm counting petals as leaves. That's not a good idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it does not rule out the top until we get to the even number. It does rule that out because they only have 5. I was just thinking ahead. Yeah, that's my excuse. I'm going to go with it. All right. Let's see. So the bottom 2, if we count the leaves on those, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's only 5 on that bottom right. Again, it's kind of hard for my old eyes to see on this little DS. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to have to go with the lower left because I think that one has 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait. Does it have 6 leaves, though? Is that a leaf or is that a stem? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one's got 7 leaves. I think it is this one because I think that's a leaf underneath that top left flower. So let's go with this one and let's see what we get. Oh, phew. Okay. So my review so far of this game is if you can count, you can pretty much figure this out. I think we're going to end this video here today. If you like what you've seen so far, go ahead and please like this video down below. Also, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead and do that as well. And yeah, I think this will be the last place. There's also comments down below if you want to make some comments. And if you like what you see and you want us to continue to do some of these and watch me continue to play this game as well as others and bring Sean and Keith obviously aboard and have them do some, let me know in the comments down below. And if that's going to do it for this week, I guess until next time, I'm Glenn. Cheers.